Okay, welcome back to my channel. This is just a quick read for Libra. This is actually going to be for the month of July 2024, or whenever you find this, however it speaks to you. So this is just going to be that 10 card layout of the Celtic cross spread. However, I always like the clarifiers, so I did pull a few extras on that. So it's not going to be quite just the 10 cards, but either way. Okay, so we're starting out with the Fool card, and the Fool, of course, does offer that opportunity to start something new. It does look like there is going to be something here up ahead that is the energy of trying to do something in a more, it just feels more whimsical. It feels lighter. It feels like this is not something that is something that it doesn't feel like it's necessarily something you've done before, or well, maybe it is. We'll see how the cards play out. But I mean, the card of the Fool is still that in that energy of wanting to start off in a place where you are feeling much more uninhibited. So it's a space where I feel like you have a little bit more release or a little more carefree sort of energy around it. So I feel like this is more of a no worry zone is really what you're kind of aiming for here. So it's a new enterprise or however that resonates for you, but it feels like you're taking some kind of a jump into something and you're just letting it go and you're moving into this new space with more of a lighter heart, I guess is how I would put that. I would still say that you're kind of waiting for all the pieces to fall into place because the cards that follow, we'll pull those out. The cards that follow do indicate that there is something here that kind of speaks to still coordinating things. It does feel like it's going to take, a few people to sort of coordinate this and make it significant in some way. The Three of Pentacles does indicate that there is some kind of coordination. Like I said, it's something that you have to teamwork. Teamwork is here, that you have to pull something together to make something happen. I still feel like whatever this new pathway is, you're still putting the pieces together. And the reason why I say that is because with the Four of Swords energy, it still kind of speaks to the same in that same direction. I mean, this is encouraging you to go ahead and do this new, pathway, because it's obviously very positive, especially with the end cards coming out. So you have to kind of embrace the unknown and do things more wholeheartedly. It's a fresh start of sorts. But with the Four of Swords, it feels like it is that energy to me of kind of pulling back. You're pulling back from things to sort of make something. You're in that space right now, I would say. You're pulling back to make something happen. So this is not a space of taking action. The Four of Swords is more of a contemplative deliberation sort of space. So before you can move it into this space of the Three of Pentacles, it feels like you're in this place of inactivity, with more emphasis really on, putting more effort or time and energy into it to allow something to transform. So you're not quite in the space of coordinating yet, but that is where things are headed. And again, the space that I feel that you're in right now with that Four of Swords is that you're kind of looking for a way to sort of handle the situation. So again, with the Fool energy, it just feels like there is more of a coordinated effort with this new pathway. And it definitely still feels like there is something that is more positive up ahead here, but it feels like it's some unknown territory for you. Again, all the cards that I'm seeing here are quite positive in that there is a lot of unknowns yet to sort of play out, but I still feel like this is something being done very purposeful, and there's a lot more of a renewal energy behind it as well. So again, still in the space of kind of pulling back and deliberating and sort of working on something here. And maybe some of you, it is, a health issue of some sort, and this could be where there is a collaboration of sorts here to kind of skillfully bring something out, but it still feels like you're honing your craft, is really what it feels like. You're trying to master something. There might be still a little sense of disorder or disorganization with it, just from what I see there, but it still feels like overall everything is moving in the right direction. So the other cards here, just put these to the side for a second. And again, I did this as a 10 card spread, but again, there's clarifiers in here as well. So when we get to the card of, okay, the Seven of Wands is usually a card of resistance, but you're persevering, and it's definitely a card of things being upright and more in your favor. But this is actually the energy around you. So this is what's crossing the full energy. So this new pathway is kind of hold your own, and it is more of a positive. Like I said, I feel like there's a lot of energy to build with this one. It does feel like you are in a space of maybe afraid to kind of open it up and share it, or anything along that line. But I also feel with that Seven of Wands is you're still in an advantageous position. Like I said, whatever is going to oppose you or comes forward is not going to be something that is going to be a problem. You're going to be able to sort of scoot through it as you need to. You meet the challenges and tie up the loose ends, all of that. So this is that card of really feeling strong-willed to complete your destination. You believe in yourself, you're striking out on your own, all of that with the Seven of Wands, and as well with that Fool card. So I feel like you are stronger than you were before is really what that card gives off, and you're just getting a clear idea of how to organize everything together so that you can stay true to that vision. um, I still feel like there is, you're benefiting from something here by, continuing on this path. It is one that's a bit challenging with that Seven of Wands energy, but I still feel like you're meeting your markers, so to speak. So, like I said, there's a lot of really good energy there. Seven of Wands, like I said, is also um, keeping a positive frame of mind. I feel like that's the space that you're moving into, because this is a card of success in a sense, because you are going to have more success if you're dealing with any kind of negotiation or something that contractual or otherwise, although I don't see contracts out here on the table, so to speak. But I just feel like you're benefiting from whatever moves you take in this period. So I feel like if you're trying to strike out on your own in a business sense, this is where you could have a financial increase, or where you'll have a more favorable outcome. Something is going in your favor. So it's going to be more of a successful or a blessing of sorts. Something is going to turn in your favor either way. But again, there has been some level of frustration. I feel you're in a pulled back space. So right now you're not really dealing with the direct challenges, although that is your mindset, because you're kind of liberating yourself away from the demands of things right now. And that's where I feel like you're at. You're trying to accomplish things, is the energy I feel that you're in. I feel like even with this card, there's something. Let's just check it out, what was beneath. Even with the card below here, it does feel like, you're meeting those obstacles, you're meeting those challenges, even though there is a bit of, trying to juggle things still with time, energy, resources, that kind of thing. It doesn't feel like um, any huge financial impact in this period necessarily, but there is that energy around you, meaning that I feel like things are building. So whatever it is that you're currently involved with, it feels like it is something very special, and there's something that you need to take advantage of in this period. And I feel like you are doing that this month. So I feel like there is a lot of commitment, a lot of follow through. Again, it just feels like there's that energy, that momentum of feeling excited about this new path, because it is one that feels new, period. And again, it's kind of you liberating yourself away from some of the other obstacles. So when we get to the Two of Pentacles, and as I mentioned with the Two of Pentacles, this is still that card of, okay, the other one was just where things were crossing you. So this is more of the foundation of, you know, what the past was and where things have been sort of around you. It feels like you've had to juggle quite a bit with the Two of Pentacles, your time, energy, resources, like I mentioned. So there's a lot of energy around really trying to make a stronger pathway for yourself here. Again, it's a Capricorn energy that's coming through with that as well, but I feel like the focus has been on a lot of difficult things that you've had to deal with. So that might have been where there's a certain sense of resilience that's coming through here, but you know, whether you were between that rock and a hard place or however that sort of resonates, I feel like you're still staying in control of the situation. Like things are still going as planned. You're still trying to maintain some emotional equilibrium here, and it just feels like you're not really being discouraged, and you might even be coming up with a new approach to a situation here as well. But either way, I just feel like you're dealing with this in a very not a direct way. It almost feels like it's more of a creative way. Like I said, I mean, because there's a lot of juggling here with the Two of Pentacles, that's still where there's some tension or where there's some things here that this is more of the past, though. This is that past energy, but it's still working around your foundation. So again, it kind of feels like you are moving out of this, you know, it's kind of marking the end of those difficulties. Might still be in that energy, though. And there we are. Okay, of course, we have the Ten of Wands. So yes, it is actually marking the end of the difficulty. So you were struggling with some things here, and that is moving into the past energy. So there's more of a positive response here for you meeting the demands as they come up now. So it just feels like there's new solutions, and there's something here in a situation that's giving a better slant to the scenario. There might even be small gifts of some sort or exchange here of some sort, their goodwill, something, because I do see that card coming out here further out, but however that again resonates for you. So we are now, and of course that's with the Six of Pentacles, as I mentioned, with the goodwill exchange. So this is the card of what's before you, basically. So this is more the energy of what's going to be, sorry, I'm just checking the other cards there. But this is more that energy of what's coming in for you, like the possible future that is going to be coming in. So I do have some really amazing cards here. Like I said, this one feels to be more along the lines of something that's coming in here that's going to assist you in a particular scenario. So something is already in motion here, and this is affecting the future with the Six of Pentacles. So it's along that line. Like I said, there's something here that kind of speaks to things moving in a more give and take sort of situation, giving of time, finances, gifts, or whatever, but you're opening yourself up here for something that's a little bit more synchronistic. Like there's something that's kind of lining up here, and it does seem to be able to help you to move forward, and it is based on a big decision. So Judgment is you know, a major card, even though it's not the main card that's out here. It does still indicate that something is quite possible. Something is going to be successfully moving forward here. So if you were concerned about debts of some sort, it feels like there is a charitable act, or there's something here that is more of a gesture or a loan or assistance or whatever it is. But either way, I just feel like there's a lot more improvement in the situation in the month of July. So again, that's what's coming in here for the near future sort of scenario. The other part of it is too, is this is not only just that exchange of energy and someone, you know, helping out or whatever, but It's also kind of a healing energy here as well. Not only because of this card here, but we also have the card of the Two of Wands. That's where things are starting to move forward as well. So there's a lot of cards that kind of speak to a lot of growth and a lot of cooperation and a lot of sharing and helping to deal with things in a certain way. So I feel like there's more, things are moving in the right direction, especially when I see that Two of Wands card come out, and I think we did have it even in the other read. It was a Three of Wands that was there as well. But either way, there's a lot of energy around collaboration or good news and things starting to pan out in a positive way. So just wanted to let you know that, whatever it is that's coming in for you, you can trust that things will change in a favorable way. I feel like this is still in that area of, um, because it's still more in the future expectation, I feel like it hasn't quite happened yet, but it's moving in that direction. So again, Two of Wands, like I said, if we were just to kind of break that down, Two of Wands is still speaking to walking through the door of success or walking through a situation that is more pleasing. There's more planning that's ahead here as well. There's also energy of kind of a reunion or a reconciliation of some sort. There's something here that directs the energy toward more of a positive. And again, I feel like it's a new start, even in a connection. And that's because it follows up with the Ace of Wands. And we also have the Star card of healing. And then we've got around family with the Ten of Pentacles. So there's a lot there that does kind of speak to things really starting to, there's been a big realization here at some point. Whether this is you or another person, there's been a bit of an awakening. There has been an epiphany of sorts here on some level. So I feel like, again, there's some kind of unexpected blessing or some sort that may be a part of this scenario here, because there's just too many cards of expansion and cooperation. And I definitely feel like this is kind of leading you through to, not only just good news, but it's also still in that energy of building on skill set. Cooperation, like I said, was a really big player here. And this is just like my 10 cards, even though I'm adding my other cards to it. But either way, I just feel like there is going to be some kind of an increase, something that's going to change the energy all around. The other part here too is that I feel like there could be, whatever this Ace of Wands is, there's a lot of energy around ideas and creativity. There is a new space here with the Ace of Wands. So I feel like there is a significant doorway that's kind of opening up here. And again, the Ace of Wands does indicate that there is something that's quite strong here that will be, I feel, quite a payoff, because the Ten of Pentacles showed up here as well. Again, it's legacy. Whatever this is, you're in the energy of the Fool, meaning it's just starting out, something with a lot of potential. Doesn't have to be that you're literally just starting it, but it feels like it's still in the stage of, that newness. So however that again resonates, but the Ace of Wands does still indicate that there is something here kind of speaking to, just kind of speaking to something that's going to grow and expand, and lots of energy, lots of developing ideas around it, that kind of thing. Definitely this is in around June, July, August, or summer for some of you. If that plays out, it would be in around that period. But I still feel like for some of you, this might even be a new job here that's coming through. But because I see so much cooperation, I feel that for whoever I feel this is more specific to, it's around something that's idea related. Now, this could be in around some kind of, writing aptitude or something that's very creative as well, because the Ace of Wands does indicate that there is a lot of that energy here. So, like it just really feels like there, especially with the twos are again cooperation, collaboration, and you also have the Six of Pentacles. So there's definitely more to come that requires more involvement. But right now, I still feel like you're in the energy of kind of pulling back and building on something. So again, the Ace of Wands is still a real strong connection to something that is going to pay off quite a bit, actually, because again, it ends off with the Ten of Pentacles. So let's get right into, we already did the Two of Wands. So, okay, anyway, sorry, that was going with the Star. So the Star card was based around the Ace of Wands. So there is something that is coming in here that does indicate it's a very following the North Star kind of energy. Something that is quite heart-based, very passionate about this situation. Does feel like a healing card, even in terms of a family situation, but there's also that energy of something that's going to draw a lot of attention to you because of the Star and the Ace of Wands. I mean, I still see it's a very positive, happy card, of course, but it's also that energy around renewal, healing, like I said, and it's definitely something about a belief in your direction, a belief in a goal, a really positive outlook, a very positive plan. Good fortune is associated with this, as well as, you know, Ace of Wands, still in the beginning stages of something. Sorry, guys, but it definitely feels as though there's more of a promise of something quite significant, and it's renewing your belief in something is what I would say here, because there's a lot of opening up to a new path so that an investment grows or something pays off. So again, a lot of energy here around wishing upon a star, a dream coming true, that kind of thing. And that's empowering, especially when it's right next to the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, ultimate card of really good finances. It's a conclusion card, it's a transition card, and it definitely speaks to, you know, you're transitioning into something new that is going to be very, very lucrative over the long term. So I would say keep to this path, whatever this is for you. There is something that's about to unfold and probably surprise you, I would expect. But the Ten of Pentacles is, you know, it's wealth. It's establishing yourself. This is security. This is something that you can pass down the generations. This is a certain amount of even job security. But again, it just feels like this is that level of something is for the long term, whatever this is. And it does involve a substantial amount of money. So this could be a windfall for some of you, but I feel like the concentration here is very significant around healing energy and family energy and legacy, and there's a new start to on a couple of different fronts. So there's a new path, there's a new emotional start here, and I feel like you're getting bright ideas also coming in. So final cards out. I don't know if I like this read quite as much as some of the other ones here, but let me know in the comments. So okay, so what I see is there's going to be some kind of quick communication. So again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius figures prominently here with the Queen of Wands. Quick communication coming in about abundance and some level of manifestation. So we're going to start out with that Queen of Wands energy. So Queen is definitely more receptive energy, it's not a dominating card. This is something where things come in and then they sort of discern and decide how things, you know, how things will be kind of activated in the world, so to speak. So again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, really business type, kind of entrepreneurial sort of feel. But I feel like this is also where you're moving into an energy of feeling much more complete in a certain way. There's a lot more of a maturity around this kind of energy. There's a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge, but it's also kind of nervous energy as well. So there's almost an exuberant, kind of overly passionate, dynamic kind of quality that goes with this. This could be you or another person, but either way, on the extreme, of course, that energy would be, you know, maybe argumentative and temperamental, but on the other positive side of it, this is where there's a lot more of a dynamic energy and a lot more attention seeking, that kind of thing. So you're getting swept up with something, and something is happening pretty quick here. With the Knight of Swords, it is about to come in really, really quick. Something is almost in that stage of abundance. It is almost ready to unlock. So you're in that space of going to conquer everything that's in my way, going to, this is what the outcome cards are. Sorry, I should have clarified that. That is your outcome cards, because I usually read this differently. So, but this is still in that energy of, this is the outcome. So the outcome is you're headed in a fast track towards something that is very abundant, very a lot of ideas, and there's kind of a surge energy that comes through with the Knight of Swords. So this is getting to the heart of the matter, getting to the point, dealing with the obstacles. It's not so much, it's very direct energy versus, and maybe even confrontational, but just trying to get things done and get it done quickly. So there's a certain sense of ambition or haste in trying to maybe you have a deadline for yourself or something like that, but there is some kind of haste in completing something. So I do feel like this is that energy of getting some kind of word or some kind of communication around, again, this could be a mother figure here as well, but for others it's going to speak to more of that energy of finance and things that are going to be more abundant. And it's also that energy of being a lot more growth, creative, comes through with the Empress card. So there's kind of a strong desire to beautify things around you as well. And it's almost like something is coming through very quickly around luck or success. And it just feels like really positive, good energy. And like I said, it feels like something that you've wanted to manifest, or something that you are in the period of manifesting, because with the Magician card, that is where you are taking, something from the ether and you're bringing it down into the real world, where you have to kind of grind it out. Like it's like a diamond. You need to create some friction to really make something occur, make something happen. So, that is what manifestation is. It's not about just culminating the idea in your head. Yes, you do have to overcome some of your own mindset issues, but at the same token, once you overcome the mindset issue, then it's about grinding it out and creating the diamond. You have to create some friction around atoms, neutrons, energy to make something happen. Otherwise, they just stay in the ether. They stay in the sky. They stay in the, in the clouds. And it's until something acts upon it, nothing really manifests. It's just energy. So that's why I say that's what manifestation is. It's bringing it down into a reality where you actually have to put some pressure on it to create it, to make something happen. So anyway, getting back to the Empress card, I mean, this is definitely the ultimate card of, sensual pleasures. This is about, creating more fertility around an idea. It's definitely kind of like fearless energy here, especially with the Knight of Swords. And it definitely feels along that line of something that's very heartfelt, something that you feel like you're nurturing. Like I said, it's just a really good energy around building something that has a significant amount of promise. I know, sorry, my kitty cat here. But like I said, I mean, the Empress is it's just an amazing card all around. It is an inheritance card here as well. And I just feel like there's a gift or an exchange of some sort that's going to be coming in for you in this month. But there's also success coming through, positive changes in your attitude, as well as your intuitive kind of resources, that kind of thing here. Again, it just feels like there's a lot more positive, comfortable kind of energy here. Even though there's quick communication, very direct, want to get something done, sort of mindset, but I feel like the best course of action is just to, trust your feelings in this situation. Again, that's your outcome. So you're not quite in that energy yet, but it's really getting in touch with a lot of your emotional states to find that peace and that comfort. Like I said, the Magician is still in that same sort of space there. The desire is really about, trying to make something creative, fulfilling. That's what I see there. And it is Ten of Pentacles. It is going to be fulfilling. It is, turning into something quite significant. And I want to just throw it out there that the outside of the Magician, the High Priestess showed up. The High Priestess is always an important event. All of these are major players. All of these are major arcana. The Empress, the High Priestess, there's still something to be revealed here. So the action is there, the thought patterns are there, and now this is just a matter of kind of letting the universe kind of line up the rest of it here, because there's something yet to be revealed. Something that's going to be a little bit of an unexpected surprise here with the High Priestess. And I just feel like it's not being revealed to you, so it'll be a surprise for you at some point here up ahead. But either way, I just feel like this is very positive all around. All of the cards are all very positive here. So whatever is springing out in the month of July, you can really count on, something, communication, swift recovery, all of this. But there's something here that's yet to be revealed with that, with the High Priestess. So again, don't know what that is exactly. The Judgment card did come out here. Just trying to remember where that Judgment card came into being. The Judgment card came out with the Two of Wands. Two of Wands and the Judgment card. Because the Judgment card, of course, is that card of a big decision, big epiphany, something like that. Like there's something here that needs to be kind of, a big decision of some sort is coming in. Just trying to think that one out for a second here, guys. Because that was Judgment and the Two of Wands. Because the thing is there's some kind of expansion that's going to be taking place. But it's almost like it is a pivotal moment where you're kind of waking up to the planning process. You have a clear vision of the goal, something like that. And you're willing to just kind of step out there into the situation. So that Judgment card is, again, kind of spiritual transforming you as well. But it's also a need for a decision to take the necessary steps to kind of move things ahead. The other part that came in here as well is the Ace of Cups. So there could be something on, on an emotional front here. It's a gift from the universe. Something is coming through. And again, that's with the Death card. There's been a transition, or there's been a transformation of some sort. It could be around a young person here as well with the Page of Wands. But there has been some kind of significant change, which is going to lead to a very positive outcome. So I'm going to leave it at that. Sorry, I'm doing it really late here, guys. But that looks pretty amazing. So I don't think there's too much more to add to that. Like I said, I mean, those are pretty amazing cards. There is a definite gift coming through here because of a big transformation. So let's just leave it at that and see where things go. I'll try to do a little more detailed reading over time. Just right now, I just am headed to bed. So as it goes, keep moving forward, guys, and we'll talk to you in the next read.